Hello there and welcome to another one of these Lexical Lab 1 minute English videos. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and check out our website www.lexicallab.com to find out more about our online courses. I'm not sure if you know who Steve Bannon is or not, but back in 2016 he was Donald Trump's campaign manager for the election that won Trump his first presidency. And before then, he used to run an online website, news site, I guess you could call it, called Breitbart, that was notorious for spreading disinformation and whipping up racial hatred and Islamophobia. Bannon spent a lot of time in the company of white supremacists and the far right, and is generally not a particularly likeable person. So you can imagine my surprise yesterday when I was looking through the news headlines and I saw something saying Steve Bannon accuses Elon Musk of being a racist and truly evil. Now, you have to be really trying hard to be called those things by someone like Steve Bannon. I showed my wife the headline and she responded by spluttering into her cup of coffee and saying, "Pwah, talk about the pot calling the kettle black." We often say this when we think someone is accusing somebody else of something that they themselves are also guilty of. So maybe if you have teenage kids, you might tell them that they need to cut down on their drinking and that they're drinking too much. And they might look at you in disbelief and say, "Seriously, you're telling me that I should drink less? Talk about the pot calling the kettle black." Maybe a friend of yours accuses you of being selfish or being a liar, and you think, "Pwah, that's a bit rich coming from you. You lie all the time. You know, you're more selfish than I am." So you might respond by saying, "That's a bit rich coming from you. Talk about the pot calling the kettle black." In the same way, when Boris Johnson was Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, he actually accused Viktor Orban of trying to destroy democracy in Hungary. Not something I would argue with, but Johnson was the least democratic Prime Minister we've ever had in this country. So when I saw these accusations, again, I kind of spluttered to myself and said, "Pwah, talk about the pot calling the kettle black." Sometimes you just see it written down and even said as pot, kettle, black. And sometimes people will say, "Oh, really? You think I'm selfish? I've got 3 words for you. Pot, kettle, black." And the rest of the idiom and the meaning is understood. If you've enjoyed this video, please do click the like button. Please share it on social media with your friends, your students, your colleagues, and in the comment section below. We'd love to see examples of how you might use talk about the pot calling the kettle black.